This is another review on a budget flashlight. This is a thrower and it's very affordable, and it's called the Warsun MX900. Now it usually comes now with a single cell option with the just one 18650. Now I purchased 2 additional extension tubes for a total of 3. So now I'm getting over 3 hours of runtime on high. This budget light, or should I say thrower, does not heat up at all. And I'm going to go ahead and explain some of the other features on this light. And you can also pick this up at banggood.com for under $24. And this comes with the Cree XM-L2 as well. And this one kicks out at about 1100 lumens. Basic brightness for everyday use. If you need some really sharp throw pain or beam patterns, sorry about that, tongue-tied, then this light is going to do everything you need. And there's also a hidden turbo mode in this that not everybody knows about. Okay, just for a size comparison, you can kind of see the difference in the G5 model that I reviewed previously as compared to this. It's very long, very slender, runs 3 18650s in there, and I'm using high drain batteries, and I'll get to those in just a sec. Okay, now that I got the end off here, I'm just basically going to show you the batteries that I run here. I do label all my batteries for a reason, to make sure that I marry the batteries to the flashlight, so they live and die with that flashlight. So basically, I'm running here the eFest 2000 milliamps. These have been around for a while. They do make higher milliamp ones. These ones here put out a lot of power. They are unprotected, so use at your own risk. These are genuine. So if you have any problems, like I said, I would recommend using these batteries, the 2000 milliamps, or you can run the protected cells as well. Okay, so now that I've got that turned back, put back together here and the battery back in, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Now the nice thing about these lights, they come with the tail cap button as well as a side switch. So it's kind of nice to be able to have it if your hands are up here, you prefer to hold it, or if you want to use it as a tactical, you can still hold that. It has a little recessed areas where you can slide your thumb in there, hold it real good, get a good firm grip on that. And so we're going to go over some of the features. Let me show you that Cree. It's a very deep reflector. That reflector is at least 2 inches, if not a little bit longer. I mean, it's way down in there. See if I can get a close-up shot of that. It's way down in there. I mean, it's far down there. So basically, it's going to give you a good, long, focused hot spot and thrower. So it's we're going to go ahead and turn this on for you, kind of give you the area here. And you can see the button does light up. This light here is also a battery indicator. So that's why I run the unprotected cells, because when this turns red, I take the batteries out and I charge them right away. Again, I'm with these 3 configuration, I'm getting 3 hours, just a little over 3 hours on this, which is excellent. So we're going to go ahead and show you, kind of go through the lights. It has a simple UI feature, that's on high. Almost dropped my light there. And next is going to be medium. Of course, with low. There's low. And we're going down to the next step, which I don't call that a moonlight, but this camera is over adjusting, and I'm really sorry. But just show you there are 3 levels of that, if I can get it to go through. There is strobe, sorry about that. And we're going to go through. That is SOS. And go ahead and turn this back on. Turn it on. The tail switch you can do through all the modes as well as the side switch. So we can go through the modes, down, medium, Go down to low, strobe, SOS. Now on these lights, if you double click on high, medium, or low, you'll access a hidden turbo mode, which will boost the light up to 1190 lumens. So it gives you probably about 5 to 10% more light output. And so we're going to go ahead and try to get this to do. And you saw that? That's just crazy. That's a really high output for a light that's under $24 at banggood.com. So we're going to go ahead and continue with some night shots. Okay, it's dark, and we're going to go ahead and show you that beam pattern on the garage door. As you can see, it's got a nice focused hot spot as well as a nice spill out to the flood on the sides. Now the beam is narrower. As you see, it's barely above the garage door to the floor. So it's not as wide as the other X65 series, but this is more of a thrower. And this is $24 at banggood.com. And basically we'll go through the modes. I'm going to use the side switch. Hopefully I can show you this here. It shows blue, and this will turn red when you have about 50%, and then it'll start blinking red when you have less than 30%. And I recommend, since I'm using these unprotected cells, that you go ahead and recharge the batteries at that time. If you cannot monitor your lights, then I recommend using the protected cells. So we're going to go ahead and go through the lights. There's medium. There's low. Strobe warning. And the SOS. So now we're going to go ahead and attempt again to go ahead and turn on that hidden mode turbo for this light, which the manufacturer doesn't even list it. So we're going to go ahead and there you go. Accidentally went down one. Once you turn on any of the modes, it'll go up to the extreme brightness. Otherwise, if you don't go into it, tapping it twice, double click quick enough, it will not go into the hidden turbo mode that this has. You will get about 5 to 10% of the light output versus the normal high. So we're going to go through again. That's turbo. And we're going to go down to low now because I accidentally hit it on medium. And then we're going to go strobe. There's SOS. And there is the high. So it's a very nice light. And we're going to go ahead and do some final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts on the Warsun Budget Light MX900. Excellent flashlight if you don't have all the money in the world. I love budget lights that are under 50 bucks for a reason. If they're full of surprises, under 50 bucks, you can't go wrong, and they're going to last a long time. So basically want to bring in, before I close this video, I am a fan of Warsun. I have a couple of their other models. I have this older model, 2015 from A9. They now make an A10, and the only difference between this one here, which uses the same emitter as the MX900, but only version the only difference between this version and this version, 18-650s, as this one runs the 26-650s. And this has 3. I bought the extension tubes and was able to get the runtime of almost 4 hours on the A9. Incredible. I couldn't believe it. I'm very impressed with this light. Identical, same beam patterns, same hidden turbo modes on this, same lights that give you the battery. I run the protected cells in this 26-650 version. I do have 2 versions, or I do own 2 of them. I like them so much that I bought 2 of them. So as far as, you know, a good quality light, a good finish, very weather resistant. They do have O-rings. There are O-rings throughout each connecting tube. You can take these tubes off and run less batteries, for less battery time, but more convenience, smaller package. You get whatever you want to make it into. That's another reason why I like these Warsuns. Because sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I may only want to run one battery. So it's nice to be able to take these. But if I'm going to be out and about and I need longer run times, then you can add these extra tubes on here and make these an extremely long-lasting flashlight. So again, these are my thoughts on the Warsun. This review is originally on the MX900, but I just thought I'd throw these other ones. They are older models. They don't sell these as far as I know of anymore. If you can find them, they are excellent. These are some of my favorites as far. The A10, I believe you can find this for under $50, and I think back in the day, I think I paid right around that same price or a little bit less for these. Again, excellent budget company, flashlight company, Warsun. Can't beat for what you get, and a lot of surprises in there with the hidden turbo modes that are in there that not even the company tells you about. All right. Thank you very much, and like and subscribe. Thank you.